Okay, they're here with some Erratas. We're gonna start off with a cape, one of the most broken and OP cards in the game, something that we just, it's like, this card's never gonna come back to one, it's gonna stay in solitary confinement in the ban, because that doesn't play well with others. You know, it never really played well with others, but now it's back at one with an Errata, and it's a little bit more balanced to an extent. I still find it a very, very powerful card. It's definitely a game-changing card. It's more of a board reset card, pretty much. Say, I'm going to reset the board, and both players top deck out their ass, pretty much. Just kind of how it is. So, cannot be over summon or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by banishing one light and one dark monster from your graveyard. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. During the turn you activate this card's effects, you cannot activate other card effects. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points, send all cards in the field and both players' hands to the graveyard, and then inflict 300 damage to your opponents for each of your opponent's cards sent by this effect, including himself. So he will go with it. Now this is a little bit of a downgrade because at one point in time it was all cards combined, your cards and your opponent's card. So pretty much, it was easy, innocent OTK with Emperor Dragon. But still, I find the card, it's a little less strong, but at the same time, it's still very powerful because the way the game is now, the way the game is now, most cards really wouldn't give a shit, and the extra burns, because since he goes himself, and it can't be special summoned, except by, his original special summoning tactics, that's like Shadows and Burning Abyss, especially Burning Abyss. Like, if this card came back, it really wouldn't matter because of the amount of traps and stuff, and especially Burning Abyss with the amount of chainable traps they have, it really wouldn't matter. They can easily just, Karma Cut and stuff like that, so it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. So, I feel like this card would definitely see a shit ton of play, especially in Chaos Dragons, dear god. In this game in TCG, it'd be Chaos Dragons all over, nuts, because now they have, 2 Chaos Sorcerers, a BLS, and an Emperor Dragon. Dear god, that's going to be annoying, and especially this card can be searched out with Eclipse Wyvern. Ugh. Nasty! So anyway, let's go on to the next Erratas. Okay! So we have 4 more Erratas. For Ring of Destruction, Crush Card Virus, Temple of Kings, and Exchange of Spirit. And as for Harpy's Feather Duster, no text change on the Duster. Sorry. And he got some of the pictures of the Ring of Destruction with the grenades. I wish we had that picture for HD because I like the grenades better than the Ring of Fire because I think grenades make more sense because it's grenades. They're going to blow up on you. Mind blown. Anyway, so Ring of Destruction, you can only activate 1 Ring of Destruction per turn. Which I believe that was originally the effect. Part of the effect, I don't remember. So no lost to see the original one. During your opponent's turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls whose attack is lower than or equal to your opponent's life points. Destroy that face-up monster, and if you do, you take damage equal to that monster's original attack, and if you do that, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. Sorry about that. So, this card has definitely lost power. Beforehand, it was like you can target any fucking monster, destroy that, and it's game-changing, And before, the reason why it got banned was because it just tied so many games, which is why I love the card. I loved it personally because I was that guy who always troll my opponent with Ring of Destruction and tie the games. Because I was that asshole. I was that asshole with Ring of Destruction tying games because I love doing it. It was funny. It was trollish. Sorry, I love trolling people in this game sometimes. But this makes it to where you can't really beat your opponent with the card because it has to be attack equal to or less. And I don't think you're going to find a monster that's equal to the opponent's life points. That may be very, very hard, so it's always going to be less. So you can't really just kill him. It's more like an easy burn card, and this is going to be a really good card for burn decks. So, I don't know, will y'all, if this comes to TCG, would y'all be playing Ring of Destruction? I don't know, it's less powerful, but fun for the trolls. Crush Card Virus! Teledat format! Yep, just might have been Teledat format. Anyway, chippy 1 dark monster control with 1,000 or less attack. Check your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and destroy all monsters with 1,500 or more attack. Then your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 1500 or more attack from their deck. After you activate this effect, all damage opponent takes for the rest of the turn becomes 0, so it's not a continuous effect anymore. I have a feeling that's sort of gonna how all the others are gonna eventually be. Maybe, I don't know. But, I like it. It's basically that during the one turn, I can wipe out your hand, wipe out your field, and I can wipe out 3 cards in your deck. Still very powerful, but it's not continuous. When you draw the cards like, I drew a good card, fuck, crush cards in the grave. You know, it's a one-turn deal, and your opponent takes no more damage, which is merge the turn, which is really cool. So this card, with its effect, can definitely come back to 1. If it has the original effect, stay banned forever. But with this effect, it can definitely come back to 1. Temple of the Kings, the card that was banned Oshi. The moment it came TCG, banned for a good reason. The card was fucking busted as hell. Anyway, you can use 1 Temple of the Kings effect per turn, only once that turn. You can activate 1 trap card you control during the turn you set. Still very good. Still very good. I don't think I'm gonna play, but still very good. You can send both this card and 1 face the Mystical Beast Circuit to the graveyard and special summon 1 monster from your hand or deck or 1 fusion monster from your extra deck. So, not a bad card. Still not a bad card. I don't think I'm gonna play it because you gotta play that Mystical Beast Circuit, but still, it's a pretty cool card. Even want to go all Odeon on your opponent from the show, like, I can summon Marine Dragon of Ra from my hand. Like, stuff like that. Anyway, Exchange of the Spirit. You can only activate 1 Exchange of the Spirit per duel. Yay, no more loopy loops. If each player has 1500, if each player has 15 or more cards in the graveyard, pay 1000 life points. Both players swaps cards in their decks with cards in their graveyard and shuffle the decks. Still amazingly good! The only errata is a once per duel. It eliminates the loop, but still a very, very powerful card. Still a resetter. It's like, oh hi, you got 50 cards. It's like, hi, I got 15 or more cards. You got 15 or more cards? Okay, I'm gonna swap it and I win. It's kind of stupid in that sense. It's still a very, very powerful card in my opinion. Still very, 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 very powerful. So let's see, everything has been changed since Fire Nation attacked an OCG. Why do you do that? We play Ultra Expert Hard Mode Motherfucker. Stop! Why does he the G? I love that. I love that. OCG is fucking hardcore, man. Anyway, so that's all the erratas for Emperor Dragon, Brain Destruction, Crush, Temple of the Kings, and Exchange of Spirits. 5 cards. 5 cards. So that means no, by looks like no surfing errata, Harpy Feathers, and again errata. So, that's all for this video. So next video, talk about some new cards coming out and what they actually do. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.